Okay, the Import-Export conference and exhibition is being hosted for the first time in Zambia. It will draw local business enterprises, which are largely export-based, including from the region and globally. There will be converging in Lusaka virtually, and we'll be promoting exports out of the country into the region, and also exporters from other countries in the region and from the continent at large and globally will also be looking at what kind of goods and services they can export into Zambia. The most important deliverable out of this major event will be business opportunities, particularly for our business enterprises in Zambia. We're going to facilitate business-to-business meetings. There will be business-to-government meetings. There will also be government-to-government meetings. And so it's an opportunity actually to bring together the private sector from within the country, outside the country, and also the private sector and government to dialogue, and also intergovernmental bodies such as COMESA, SADC. And as you may be aware, Zambia has signed up for the Africa Continental Free Trade Area, which actually opens up the business space for the country to outside the region as well. And so it's a big opportunity, massive opportunity for business opportunities.
What do we expect to gain from this as a country, as Zambia, as business entities, especially the local ones?
Well, it opens up the country to new business avenues within the region and the continent and even globally. Most importantly, as you may be aware, intra-African trade at the moment stands at 16%, whilst in the industrialized or developed countries, intra-trade stands at about 60%, which is huge. And so we're looking at using this platform to grow the intra-African trade. If we can trade more, particularly in very basic goods such as agricultural products, raw materials and inputs, we can move from even at least 16% to 50%. If we can grow the intra-African trade at least, say 40 to 50%, it can move our GDPs to double digits. And in order for us to significantly reduce poverty and improve the livelihoods of our people, we need to accelerate, industrialization, diversification, but most importantly, steer trade so that we are able to trade amongst ourselves within the region, within the continent, and that would be of profound significance.
Technological age. Do we also get to see other key players like software operators or generators, locally made software operators, actually being part of this project? Or?
Well, this platform is not exclusive to agriculture, manufacturing, tourism, infrastructure, but it also cuts across various sectors, including information and communication technology. Here we're going to have even various players within our domestic economy who are software developers and innovators of different kinds of technologies. As you may be aware, actually, what COVID has done, COVID has compelled our business community, the private sector, to think outside the box. So what we have found very interesting in the last few months is that there's significant migration to e-commerce. And so even this meeting, or this conference actually, and exhibition, will be virtually hosted. And that tells you something, that it's not business as usual. Despite the disruption that COVID has caused, we've still managed to overcome that obstacle by hosting a virtual conference. And so herein lies an opportunity for even business enterprises in the software development sector to come up with ideas and to also showcase and to market their products and services.
How does this benefit the smallest businessman today? We're talking about the marketeer, the person who sells tomato at the market. How can they benefit from this event?
They may not benefit directly, but they'll benefit indirectly, because this conference will bring together different service providers, including developers of software, including marketers who can aggregate, for instance, small-scale farmers, traders, so that economies of scale can be achieved, and then also link them into domestic markets and regional markets. But most importantly, also even the financial sector will participate in this conference, and so there will be opportunities for financial access to finance and financial sector deepening, and rather financial inclusion. Actually, most importantly, that would be one of the biggest gains for the micro enterprises.